Flapping your gums with Vinny and Hessey. Yeah!
All right, all right. Here we are. So we're back for another week. We're off 1 week, but we'll figure that out. That's just not to get into a big thing, some technical difficulty, which is starting to really piss me off. But we'll see what we can figure out here. So, Vinny, how did your week go? Kind of 2 weeks, but we'll just say a week.
2 weeks.
Whatever.
It's finally warmed up. I mean, I've been running pants for the last 2 weeks until Friday. You've been running shorts for 2 weeks. I know that.
Yeah,
I hear about it all the time. I even wore a long sleeve shirt on Tuesday of this last week. We had a little bit of snow on the mountain, and I don't know, man. This weekend's been great. This finally warmed up, and we're getting some new projects. Yeah, we decided Friday morning that we were going to paint our house, paint the outside of the house this weekend. So, been working on that quite a bit. Taking a break right now, trying to let some batteries charge for the drill.
How did painting? And by the way, Vinny's house is brick, so he's painting
it's a red brick home. We're painting it gray. So, no, it went on really good. Did a lot. I mean, the prep work is the hardest on any paint job, I think. But
so did you do what we were talking about, or
yeah, I got that TSP. I got the TSP, put it on there, brushed it, and then power washed it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have to use a primer, or did you just use the 1-in-1?
We used the 1-in-1. Primer was already in it, so.
Gotcha.
And borrowed a spray gun from little Kev. And
now, does that go into a 5-gallon bucket, or is it a?
They did not have the 5-gallon bucket.
No, but the spray gun, is it one of those ones you?
Yeah, you just drop the hose in it.
Air? It's not. It's like electric or whatever.
Yes. So it's airless.
It's got a little pump. Yeah, airless. It's got a pumper. Yeah.
Yeah, it builds up pressure, and then you start spraying, and just brr, brr, as you go. So.
Every time you let off, you hear it.
Yeah, it worked out really nice. The problem was Home Depot didn't have it in 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
So we started with 6 1-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
So I was just pouring them into a empty 5-gallon bucket, and just kind of kept going with it. So we got the front and the side done. I still have to work on the back, but.
So the front and side done with 6 gallons, or you still got some left?
No, it's out.
It's out. So did you buy some to remix, or you just buying some and mixing?
We're going with it. If you walk to the back of the house and walk to the front, you might.
Hopefully, Home Depot, don't you F this up. We're gonna need a good color mix.
No, it's all on computer.
Dude,
so.
Tell me, how expensive is paint now?
Dude, I mean, if we were to get the 5-gallon jug, it was. I think it was a Bear Ultra, so it would have been about $252 for a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah,
$252. And we were gonna plan on buying 2 of them. They didn't have it, so we went with 6, which you're paying a few more dollars per gallon. So we're with what we got. You're still $280 for 6 gallons of paint.
So since you only got half done. What'd you say?
Well, the back of my house has windows. So, like, almost over half of the house, I can finish it off with a gallon. So I can use 1 more gallon, so we'd be at 7.
That's all you think you'll need is 1 more gallon?
Probably have
you
to buy
got the
2.
side, don't you? You got that other side?
Nope.
Or is it was done. Oh, you've done
3/4 of the house.
3/4 of the house. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so that ain't $300 or whatever.
Yeah, we'll be another, I don't know, $60 and get 2 gallons just to have it. So we have
a little over 300.
Yeah.
Speaking nuts, dude, paint's expensive.
It's crazy. And then, like you said, we're painting brick. So when are we going to redo it? How long? 3 years? It's going to be touch up.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I tried to look at some lime wash. a lady at work was like, "Oh, use lime wash, and that way, like any of the like you were saying, the mortar has lime in it and all that kind of
Are you
stuff."
talking? Are you saying lime as in like a fruit, or are you saying lye, like as in what's in mortar?
I'm pretty sure. I thought it said, well, maybe it is lye wash. I don't know.
I thought it was lye. I could be totally wrong. I should
So
probably
they
look.
make this wash. It's
You
powder.
keep
You mix it
going.
with
I'm looking it
water,
up.
and you can mix it and you put it on your brick. So then, like your first coat, it's not going to be solid, and it'll show a little bit of the brick through. Some of it won't. So it'll kind of look like a distressed. And then after the second, third, once you get to the fourth coat, then it's completely covered. It says like 5 to 7 years on the before it starts to kind of dissipate or erode. I don't want to say erode, but when it starts to fade off. But our Home Depot here in Richfield did not have any of it. So we went with paint.
Perfect.
Is it called lime wash?
Lime, yeah. It's how you mix, render, hand lime, cement, mortar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's weird. I watched a couple YouTube videos on it, and it's basically it's the same thing. You're just mixing it yourself and putting it on, rolling it on like paint. And I think you can put it through a sprayer if you need to, but when you get those in colors, it's like white, gray, beige, and that like the gray is whatever gray it is. So this was a gray that Emily mixed that was an actual color off of a color card. So
Yeah.
if we went with the lime wash, whatever the gray is what you get. So
Well, you're saying you could use lime wash on red brick and it'll change the color of it?
correct.
What's
Like the video I watched, it was white. It just makes it when you mix it up in the bucket, it's just like paint, but it's just made out of lime. Like you got to wear gloves and all that kind of stuff. So
it's
tear up
like
your hands.
So it's basically like to match it because there's lime in the mortar and stuff of the brick.
Well,
So
I
you're
was
just
thinking, this isn't.
it.
I don't know any of this, but like you were saying, when there's lime in the mortar, and if you paint it, that lime will will come through.
No, I think it's
and kind
lime.
of bleed. It'll bleed through. So I thought, well, if I used the lime wash,
Yeah.
then I don't have to worry about behind it bleeding through so
Right.
much.
It's like two of the same stuff.
Right. You're kind of just putting that back on there. But yeah, I would have had to order it or maybe drive to another city and go find to see if their Home Depot had it, like Provo.
Yeah. Well,
So
that
we decided not
TSP
to do it.
would definitely help. That's like I say, we've used that on concrete and stuff before, to pull that, to neutralize that,
Right.
to keep it from doing it.
Yeah. So Emily just kind of hosed it on there so when you put the tip for soap on your pressure washer,
Just
like,
the tip?
yeah, it just spits out. Like it doesn't, you're not getting, it's not like you're going to your car wash and soap's coming out at high pressure. So it's like she gets it on there and then I was just brushing it. I had put my brush on an extended stick, and just went through and brushed it off. And then we just hosed it off and let it dry and painted it.
Perfect.
We'll see how long it lasts.
Here we go.
I talked her out of it 2 years ago.
Time started now, huh?
But yeah, that's what she wanted for Mother's Day. So
Nice. Right on. Well, good luck on it.
yeah,
I just did yard work because it's hotter than balls here. Got a little sunburnt.
But
you
did.
We did get to go hang out and a little pool party afterwards. So that worked out. Got up, did all that stuff, and then just the normal yard stuff. The girls were complaining that the where the dogs were pooping because the grass was like 9 inches long, and they like pooped in the thickest part of them. So they were complaining about having to try to pick up dog poop out of that stuff.
Out of the thick grass?
Yeah, because Bane just likes crapping right into the thick grass. So he's the best about it, too. He's a perfect dog. Like, you take to a hotel that's, like, dog-friendly.
Yeah.
And they want you, like, picking up the poop out of the yard or off the grass or wherever you take them around the hotel so there's just not dog crap everywhere. Well, his you don't have to because he'll go and hunker down and, like, crap on a rock, like a boulder, or if there's like a bush or something, he'll poop in the bush.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's perfect,
he's like the Easter Bunny, just hides
Yeah,
it.
dude. I don't gotta go pick up nothing because it's like on top of a 4-foot boulder, or it's in a bush, and I'm just like, dude, this is the best. So that's how that works out too, dude. So okay, so while we're talking about just hotels, I guess travel stuff. I wanted to hit you up, dude. Do you see a lot of flaggers when you are?
Oh yeah,
on
road construction. Oh yeah.
Do they all look the same, or do you think what?
They
Just
are
like leathered up.
They're
rough.
They're rough for sure. I mean, you're sitting out in 100-degree weather.
Sorry, flaggers. You guys, sorry, flaggers. Like, I mean, you guys do a job for sure, but oh my, they need to get you guys some like easy ups or something.
Something like an umbrella hat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Umbrella hats.
Yeah, dude, they're leathered up. Dude, oh man, dude. I just drive by and I'm like, what the? Because like we went to Reading to get some vending machine stuff for Braxton. And it was like there was some road construction, and then we have a bunch of it going on here in Fallon.
Right.
And so it's just like, dude, we were clear over almost to Reading, and then they looked like the same ones here in Fallon.
Of course.
I don't understand.
They stand out in the sun. I mean, I was a flagger a few times when I did road construction before UPS, but
all of a sudden you come home looking like Tom Petty.
Dude. I mean, yeah. You take out
looking like Tom Petty. All of a sudden you got like sandy blonde hair with leather skin. One day you come from flagging and all of a sudden you look like Tom Petty.
I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, it's 100 degrees outside, plus the asphalt's hot. You're just cooking. That's all they're doing is cooking them. You can drink as much water as you want. You're cooking them on the outside.
It don't matter, huh? I guess you ain't got to worry about the construction guys. Nothing weird going on with how them flaggers are looking.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's probably some of them dudes that don't care, but oh, gosh, that's a rough go.
Some of those flaggers, like when I was a flagger or working road construction, I was tan from the waist up, and that was it. Because you wear pants all day. You try to wear a tank top, or you just throw on the vest, the reflective vest. It was all you would want to wear because it's so hot. Yeah, then you get home and you're like, man, I'm neon white halfway down, and then
just sun's out, guns
just
out.
Tanned.
When I remember, like when I was younger and I worked construction, it was that way. I did like roofing and siding and stuff, soffit and fascia and all that. Dude, I was tan as a mother. Now, dude, I can't even be out in the sun. It jacks me all up.
Yep.
Melanoma's no joke. That's what I always tell everybody.
Is it melanoma?
Yeah. Well, no, not. You get melanoma from skin cancer. Mine's not. I just always say melanoma's no joke.
No, it's not. Especially when you're bald, dude.
Thanks a lot, Mom, for cooking our hair off when we were kids. Chicken lice.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of being out in the sun, do you remember going to Clear Creek Canyon? Is it Clear Creek? Yeah, Clear Creek.
Yeah, it's Clear Creek, yeah.
Clear Creek Canyon, dude.
Dude, best fishing in the world.
So, Vinny was a fisherman, adamant fisherman, in case anybody's wondering. Yeah, dude. And this kid,
terrible.
He would get so mad. So we'd moved from California to Utah, and he was fishing in Clear Creek. But I remember as a kid, we used to always get yelled at from Grandpa, and it'd be like, he would always tell us we got to be quiet when we were in the boat fishing.
Yeah.
Like, fish can hear you. I don't know. They probably just wanted peace and quiet. Fish couldn't hear you, but they were sick of us.
Man.
So we're up at Clear Creek Canyon, and Vinny's fishing, and he's the only one fishing. My little brother and me, Kevin and I, are just being little kids, ripping around, being noisy, carrying on. And Vinny was so mad at us, he would just be like, shush, be quiet, shh. And then he goes trudging up the creek so he could go fish without us, so it would be quiet. I mean, of course, a few minutes later followed up there just so we could go annoy him some more.
Just push some more buttons. Just push some buttons.
Dude, just keep you fired up, dude. I think if I remember right, that had to be, dude, probably the first time I've seen a rattlesnake. I feel like when we lived in Riverside and stuff, we saw some snakes, like garden snakes. Remember we jumped over that garden snake at Grandpa's?
We call them blow snakes.
Blow snakes. We were running over that garden snake or whatever. Remember I thought it was a. Oh, that's a great story, dude. You remember at Grandpa's that one was laying in the yard and we went all taking off the front yard to go check the mail or something. And we all of us kids just go jumping over this thing like it was a stick. And all of a sudden we just like lock up and turn around. It's just like 6 foot freaking garden snake. So you remember Dad? So I don't know. There was the big old glass mayonnaise jars.
Yes,
is what that was. And I remember he coiled that snake up in that jar and it filled that whole thing up.
Yeah. Do you remember him holding it to take a picture to bit him in the mouth?
Yeah, in case anybody's wondering, he took it out, was being all cool. There was probably a lot of drinking and pot smoking involved, but he had it wrapped around his arm and stuff, and they were going to take a picture, Polaroid. I'm pretty sure it was a Polaroid picture.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. So
got the VHS camera out.
Remember, guys, we talked about this. I don't know if you're new to this show. A Polaroid is you take a picture and it spits out the picture right there, and then you gotta like stick it on your armpit or shake it or something, and it develops right there in your hand. It's miraculous. It's like magic.
It's magic.
So he's holding his snake. It's coiled around his arm, and he's holding it. He sticks his tongue out to get this picture, and that thing just bam bites him right on the tongue, dude. It starts bleeding all over. Oh yeah. But I believe like when we were in Clear Creek, that was the first time I saw a rattlesnake. You didn't get to see it because it was probably there for sure. You went by it and we went up the trail to come find you later, and then here this thing's going across the trail, and it was a big old. I remember it was a thick old boy, and then it had the rattlers on the tail. That's how. I still haven't
ever seen a rattlesnake except for the zoo. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fortunate because they're hideous and they're intense little fellas.
Yeah.
So we had, I've seen a couple on the road. One time I was in my truck and I drove over and I backed up. And I was like, ooh, a snake. So I stopped and I started backing up and I kicked the door open because I wanted to see what kind of snake it was. It was still on the road.
Right.
And it was a rattlesnake.
Oh.
So I quickly closed the door and then just hammered down on it because it's a dirt road and just spun out on it and just shredded it up. And so there was that one. I remember we were messing with one. Remember Dickinson? I think it was Dickinson's Landscaping when I did landscaping there in Sevier County. We were digging out trenches over there by the golf course.
Okay.
And there was a little garden snake in there, and we were messing with it and put the shovel in the trench to stop it. And we started messing with it, trying to grab him and pick him up. And he was all turning at us and being all, like, acting like he was all mean and going to bite us. And then I don't remember his name. Whatever the owner, Bob?
Bob, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he rolls over and, what are you idiots doing? We're like, what? And he goes, that's a baby rattlesnake. Or all of us jump out of this trench. Oh, yeah. It was stupid. Dumb kids. We just thought it was a blow snake or blow snake, garden snake, whatever you want to go for snake.
Right.
Gopher snake. Because it was like the way it was like sitting back up against that shovel striking at us. Like, oh, we're like, ooh, whoa, he's going to bite us. And then they're like, come to find out, they're like even worse because they don't know how to like stop the venom. So
they're like more venomous, aren't they?
Well, they don't have.
They just put out more.
They just put more. Yeah.
No.
They don't have that little. When they bite you, they just send it all. You know what I mean? So like this is what I've heard. I haven't Googled it or not, but like a large one because it takes them so long to make venom. So like when people get bit and their hands all swelled up and gross and they think they possibly die for sure, and they're getting hauled off the mountain by SARS or whatever.
Yeah,
that's not even the full dose. So I'm pretty sure like if a rattlesnake pumped you full of full dose, you would probably die.
Most likely.
Yeah, but he doesn't waste it. She or he, I don't know. I always think that they're males. I don't know. I don't know how you check.
I have no clue.
Roll them over.
I doubt it.
See if I ain't touching one to check. You gotta like a crocodile. You got to poke your finger up there. Woo-hoo.
No.
That's how you do
hell?
it. Hey, did you know that?
No.
You gotta flop them over and just like finger that hole to see which one it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Dude. Science.
Guess we'll have to go to Florida and check.
Biology, dude. Yeah.
That's
I don't
our
know.
next Florida
I don't
trip.
know if you're what. Hopefully it's a girl, because if not, then you're a dude, and that's weird. A boy. That's I don't know. I don't know what they call a male. Yeah. Well, that was the clear. That was the first time I saw, like, at least I'm pretty sure it was a rattlesnake. So yeah.
I still hate fishing to this day.
Yeah. I don't. You know who's a real good fisher when he's got the flaming shits? Is Kevin. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
While we're talking
I
about
remember
fishing,
that. Oh
he
gosh.
probably loves it, dude. This kid was just sicker than a dog.
Free fishing day.
Free
in
fishing
Utah.
day. We weren't about to miss it, and this kid can't even keep. He can't. What? I don't think he was puking, was he?
Nope.
No, I think it was just liquidized out the backside.
Yes, it was.
This poor kid's up in the woods. Just
He hates this story.
just everything he's got, and you're like, oh my. And I mean, great, dude. Why didn't we just stay home? I don't know. I'm sure that it probably had something to do with Vinny, because he was a adamant fisherman.
I don't think so.
So he probably just wanted to
so.
go. I don't know why we still went, but this kid was sicker than a dog, and he probably didn't want to miss either, because he likes fishing.
He does like fishing.
He does like to fish. So it was probably on him. He's probably like, look, I'll be fine. I'm out in the woods. I'll just crap everywhere.
There was a porta potty.
Dude, I don't think he made it.
No, he didn't make it.
No,
he went from the van. We had that 4-wheel drive van that we borrowed, and we went up to the mountains. Was it Manning Meadows? Something like that.
No, it was
lower Box Creek.
Box Creek is what I remember.
And we were sitting there fishing, and we hear, "I got a and it was over.
Was it in his pants?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I wasn't gonna say that part, but that's cool.
Well,
that's real nice, baby. Sorry, Kevin.
Hey, then afterwards, he's all
dude,
cleaned
didn't he
up,
just
he's
caught
ready.
fish
He
all
caught
day
fish
long?
all day.
We all sat there just jerking our puds, trying to fish for
dude, we
nothing,
couldn't
and he's over there
fish.
just ripping lips,
And
dude.
he starts catching fish.
Yeah, that'll take your poop. That'll get your mind off the pooper in a
man.
hurry. I remember that. I didn't remember him getting his pants, but I could. Why wouldn't you? But I just remember him. That kid was just ripping lips all day long, dude.
All day.
And
After that happened,
we were all, and we were trying to like mimic him. Like, what are you putting on there? What are you getting, dude? What are you using? Corn from this pile right here next to my chair. All right, I'm not doing corn. I'm leaving that to you.
Oh man.
He's picking through it, putting it on the
No.
hook.
That's too much. Too much. Too much.
TMI.
This is probably why I don't get invited to barbecues or anything, because we just kind of bash on our little brothers too much.
Right. Oh, to his? Oh, I thought maybe because you didn't like corn.
I don't like corn, no. He's like, hey, you guys want to come over for a barbecue? We got corn. I'm good.
I'm out. Is it corn on the cob?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, he needs to invite you over for barbecues. That's messed up.
He's building a fence right now.
It's
a wood fence, too.
While the weather's cool enough, do it up. Speaking of hot, went to Redding, and Braxton were driving up there, so I had to go meet him in Grey Eagle, and then he jumps in. Him and Jess were looking at their wedding stuff, so I jump in, and it's warm. It's like one of our warmer days. I didn't think Redding would be as hot, but we're going up in elevation, then we drop down, you know. Anyways, it's pretty warm, and so first Braxton tells me, he like honey dicks me. We're taking his truck, my trailer, utility trailer, and he's like, hey, and the cruise control doesn't work.
Oh.
And I'm like, wait, what? And then he's like, yeah, the cruise control doesn't work. I'm like,
It must be a Ford.
no. I mean, it is, but that's not why. Yeah, so, no, I fixed it.
Oh,
It's
good.
just, I pulled the fuse panel apart, and I'm like looking through my little book to see which fuse it is, and got it fixed. And this dude's been driving it for he's like, oh man, I've gone like 33,000 miles without cruise control. I'm like, I I wasn't about to drive it for 2 hours without cruise control. Dude, talking about first world problems right there. So, anyways, I fixed the cruise control and I head up there, and we load up, and then we're jumped in and we're cruising, and we're hauling up over through these windy roads, like wine country roads. And dude, it's hot. It's hot. I got my back is sweating. I'm just like, what? He's got the AC off. So I don't want to say nothing. Like, dude, I don't know if he's like tight on the budget's tight or what. Like, we're saving some gas money because it's kind of some hills and canyons and stuff like that. But I don't know what, dude. It felt like we were in the van again.
Yeah.
Just shut down the AC for overheating purposes and gas mileage.
That was back in 1980 when they shut the air conditioning off to go over hills.
Yeah,
that's not 2023, Braxton. Freaking turn
Braxton.
It on.
It's a 7.3 diesel. It can handle some AC pulling a hill. Yeah, I guess he's trying to save power or something. Ooh, Cutwater lime margarita. Cutwater, we need a sponsor for sure. Like, let's get this rolling. Speaking of sponsors, check this out, bro.
I know, dude. That is a sick hat. I mean, I don't wear hats. I'll start wearing hats.
This one, yeah.
I mean, that's a gorgeous looking hat. You guys got to go on YouTube, check out the hat.
Check it out. I just showed off a hat. We got our. It's on a leather stamp on our logo. The stamped on it. I have one for you. I'm gonna send it to you with that coffee.
Thanks.
Shout out Dick's Beans Coffee. In case anybody's wondering about that, hit me up. Best coffee ever.
Flapping your gums at yahoo.com.
That's right. You're welcome, Austin. His name's Austin. He's a retired Navy SEAL, in case anybody's wondering. America.
Right.
And the dude makes bomber coffee. So we're gonna get that.
I can't wait to try it.
I know. I got a bag for you, dude. I'm sending it.
Maybe I won't use as much creamer.
You won't. The first one you can't. You got to just taste it.
I got it to go full
before you go
full tilt.
Foo-fooing it up. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, you ain't got to go full tilt. Just make a cup. Take a couple sips of it. Like, I don't expect you to go all out.
Why not?
And then you can add some stuff. Like, you want to put a little sweetener to it or something, you know. But you ain't. I can guarantee you won't use. You'll probably use half the creamer with this kind of coffee.
That's good.
You got. He does whole beans, so you got a grinder.
You got a grinder.
Yeah, so you got to have a grinder, everybody.
Dude, the best coffee is when you grind it yourself. Like, it tastes so much better.
Yeah. Well, like, this is like a good, you'll tell the beans aren't like this dark, waxy looking. I mean, it's just, it smells better when you open it up. Dude, it makes me want to have a cup of coffee right now. Yeah, Dick's Beans. It's got a cool name. It's got a cool logo. I wish I would have brought one out with me so I could show it to you, but he's going to get it going. He's going to get it. It's low, it's little. It's a small operation right now.
Well, let's make it big for him.
I think we may be going that route. He may not be ready for it, but it's happening. Kind of like the Gold Bond.
Let's blow it up.
The Gold Bond was sold out of Walmart. So, all right, yeah. And then we had a listener. He tried it out finally.
he was so excited.
Full medicated.
He called me on the phone.
Bam. He says it's glorious, game changer, dude. It's life changing right now for him. He probably He ain't even go out and get sweaty or do nothing. He's just gonna sit at home gaming, and he probably puts it on. I would.
Dude, he was all excited about the tingle. He loved
it. Yeah.
He's like, dude, now it feels great. I'm like, awesome.
Dude, you're missing out, bro. Oh, yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it's great. Hey, you ever, with you're doing all of your stuff on your house and redoing a bunch of stuff, you ever thought about putting a hammock out back?
No.
Not at all, huh?
Mm-mm. I'm too fat for a hammock. I'm not doing no hammock.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if my trees will hold it.
Dude, that's what it is. The hammock will hold it to tie it. We got them tied up. Well, oh, man.
Try to remember all my Boy Scout knots.
All this work you did on your house, you guys staying there for a while?
As far as, yeah. I mean, Emily has an aunt that, we've talked to about her house, but that's down the road.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're going to stay here for quite a while. I mean,
wait, maybe you should look into getting a hammock then, or when you go to sell it. When you go to sell it, maybe put a hammock out back. Seems like you'd draw some attention.
I think a hammock would be great. I don't know if I could get into one. I mean,
I would never do it again. That's dangerous. But I'm just wondering. It's kind of like trampoline. Trampolines are dangerous. People have them.
I have a trampoline. I do have
See?
a trampoline.
Things are death traps. I've had some bad experience on there. So a hammock, dude. So the hammock, yeah, trampolines.
Woo,
I hate 'em.
trampoline.
I
That
do
was a
not
new
like
one
'em.
for us when we moved to Utah.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't know what them was.
We didn't
but
know what
I think
trampoline was.
I
You were
blew an
jumping from a
ankle
hat.
one time. I jumped off a house and sprung back and like got caught in the
I think you crossed yourself
springs.
in the springs.
No, I got caught. Both my feet were underneath the black, whatever
Mm,
that's called, and then I was laying over this. I thought both my femurs were gonna break.
yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, trampolines they're
I
rough.
was when they bounce, you bounce each other, or you take and then you accidentally take their spring. I remember folding an ankle on that. I guess if you're just bouncing on trampolines, probably okay, but when you're trying to do cool tricks,
That's when things get real.
yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, but your
Fine.
hammock experience hasn't been that bad, has it?
Well, I mean, I cased it in front of everybody.
Well, that's
so
bad.
It's about as bad as it can get. I guess the only worst thing would be if you broke something, but I didn't break anything. So we used to go on the man trips, and it started like quick backstory. It started my bachelor party, but it was like I was like, dude, I don't want to do any like be in public and do any of that kind of stuff. So let's just load up the side by sides, or what we call side by sides. People, they're Polaris's or Polaris Ranger. If you guys look them up, like especially we got overseas people that listen. So if you guys are, and they probably have general idea of what they are. They're like awesome dune buggies. I don't know how you explain it. 4-seaters. They're like off-road vehicles. Google
Right.
it, whatever you want to do. Because by the way,
People
we
in-
have a
People in California
ton.
call them quads. They're
No.
4-wheelers. They call those quads.
Yeah, they call those quads 4-wheelers, but these are side by sides or
UTV.
Razors, Rangers, UTV. Yeah. For our overseas, because we do have quite a few. I don't know if I mentioned that before. We had so I get an update like on where our downloads come from. We get a ton from like shout out guys like Berlin, Germany, Singapore. We got a big following started up over there, which I think
That's
is
good.
rad. So what's up, guys? Shout out. So anyway, so look them up if you want to see what they look like. But we'd load them up and we'd leave on like a Friday and come back on a Monday. So we'd put everything we could on there. And this is back in my drinking days years ago, before I quit. But there's you had to put cooler, and you rode 2 people because they ride with 2 people. This is like before the 4-seaters were even out.
Right.
So to save room, I was like, dude, a hammock would be perfect. Like, take your sleeping bag and a hammock with a pillow. Set. So the only thing is the first night I tied my hammock up with a tree, and I had it all done up, threw my sleeping bag in there and my pillow. We went out doing what we do. We came back, and I went to Carlton to get to bed and all that stuff, and I got in it, and then I woke up, and I was basically, it had stretched. I didn't do it tight enough, so either I don't know if the knots came undone. They were still
You're
tied
folded up with your ass on the ground.
Oh yeah, just basically sleeping in the dirt basically like I got caught in a net and was laying in the dirt, but like shaped like a banana. Like it was the worst. So my spine was all messed up. I'm like, oh my, this is not. It took a couple hours to even get mobile. So the next night we show up. I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm doing this before we go out anywhere. Put 2 razors together, right? 2 of them we're not taking. We're back. We're not taking these. We're going to consult. Everybody's going to kind of combine, and we were just kind of doing our own thing. So we took, and I tied them up, 2 of them. But this time I wasn't messing around. So I cinched this thing down, pull it tight, do all that stuff, dude. And I go to get in that thing, and it just wham, just slams me on my back, dude, because there was absolutely zero give to it. Like it was taunt, dude, like guitar strings. Just right around there. So when I sat in there, that thing just swung around, dude. My feet are up in the air, and I'm just flat on my back, dude. And all the guys are just laughing. But
Yeah, that makes me want to go put a hammock in my backyard.
yeah, so
right
just
now.
don't do it. There's 2. We just got to get. I'm explaining this to you so you know. Like, don't do it too loose, but don't do it too tight. You just got to be in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, put the kids in it. Let them test it out before you go get in there. It's safe for a bit. But that's my hammock story. So yeah.
I don't know. Hammock seems like really nice right now after working on this house for the last 2 days.
Imagine just sipping on that cut water.
Yeah, I know.
Just chilling in the hammock in the shade.
It'd be great.
Oh, just breeze blowing. Just have that cut water in your hand. Just enjoying the birds chirping, hummingbirds flying over top. Just take a little siesta.
It would be nice. It would be way nice.
Ooh, weird. Okay, I got something.
All right.
So remember, you wanted to do, I think you called it just 3 questions or something.
Oh, did you get some?
Well, I don't know if there's 3 of them together, but I'll just hit you up. Well, there's one I was thinking of that would be a cool one. So it's kind of with your question thing, but for you, if you had to get rid of 3 foods.
Oh, I had to get rid of 3 foods.
3
like
foods,
right now,
correct.
That's it? That's the question? 3 foods?
Yeah, if you had to get rid of 3 foods.
In my own diet or in the whole world?
Well, I don't know. No, you can't say that because there's tons of foods you don't know.
Yeah, if you got rid of cinnamon rolls, I'd probably be a lot skinnier.
So is that
across
something
the
you?
board.
But I'm saying it's gonzo. Is that something you'd want to do? Get rid of? Is for sure you would get rid of it.
Shoot, dude, I don't even know. If I could get rid of 3, I can't even come up with 3 foods. When I go into a gas station, when I'm working, and I see those zingers right there, it's just man, you're yelling at me when I walk through the door.
I don't even know what
great.
that is.
You don't know what a zinger is?
Yes, here we go. Is this something to do with waffles or whatever you said?
No, a zinger. So
I've
it's
had a zinger before.
It's a supercharged freaking what do they call it? Twinkie, basically. It's a cake. It's got some vanilla pudding stuff inside with icing across the top of it.
And I feel like you should probably
is
get rid of
pure sugar. I
feel like you should probably get rid of that.
I can cut that. I need to cut that. Now, do I want to?
All right, let's do this. We'll kind of narrow it down slightly. It's 3 foods that you get rid of that you like. So
right,
zinger would be one.
Zinger would be one.
Okay,
100%.
so that's where we'll stay.
Oh, we'll go with zingers on that. Nutty Buddies.
Those are disgusting.
Those are disgusting.
Are those the one with the
It's a peanut butter wafer, yeah, covered in chocolate. You know the Nutty Buddies? They're
the little
not
Debbies?
Nutty Butter. Yeah, the little Debbie.
Little
Debbies.
Nutty Butters. Yeah, those. That's a bad thing.
So all mine are sweets, dude.
Yeah, apparently. So you might as well get the third one that way too.
Oh man, the chocolate pie. You know the Hostess pies. Yeah, get rid of those.
With the glazed outside and the chocolate filling.
Yep, that's the ones.
Oh my gosh, dude. You probably do have a problem.
I don't
every
eat 'em.
single one of yours was sweets,
it's all sweets,
bro.
dude. I can't if you're bitching at me about being all healthy and stop with the sugar and everything goes in my pie hole and you're like, dude, you're only fat because of what you eat. And I'm like, yeah. So I stop eating that kind of stuff for I don't know, week and a half, and I walk into a gas station and they've got them lined up right there. They're always front and center.
They're there for you. But wait,
just
after a week and a half of not eating that, how much weight did you lose?
Probably not much. I don't know. A couple pounds, 4 pounds.
Dude, sorry for all you female listeners. He is going to apologize for that. Yeah. Sorry, it sucks that I quit eating garbage for a week and a half and lost 4 pounds. Dude, females, it'll take them a month to lose that. And that would be cutting carbs, no sweets, limited fat, eating in a calorie deficit there for the whole month. And be like, I lost 2.5 pounds. And Vinny stopped stuffing his pie hole with gas station tweakers or whatever they're called. And all of a sudden he loses
zingers.
Zingers, and he loses 4 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
That's impressive.
It's bad.
Yeah, that seems legit.
But the problem is I walk in there and you got zingers and the Hostess chocolate pies are right next to each other. So I get one each. And a Mountain Dew. It's it's all or nothing.
Wait, what? And a Mountain Dew?
And a Mountain Dew.
Leaded?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna eat a zinger and
Yeah,
you're gonna eat a
dude.
chocolate
We
pie,
don't
why
live in-
not?
Listen, I don't live in a trailer park. I ain't drinking no Diet Mountain Dew.
I mean, if I'm gonna go full send, I'm gonna go full send, and not 20 minutes after I've eaten all of it and drank it, I can eat that and eat it. 10 minutes, it's gone, easy.
Yeah.
There's 3
Yeah.
zingers in a pack, and a
Oh,
chocolate pie.
you're talking it's gone as in like you're hungry again, or like you've just scarfed it down.
No, it's gone, and I just feel like crap. It's like,
Yeah.
it's too much. But when you're buying it, you're like, yeah, I want that, and I want that, and I want that.
Dude,
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
you better not smoke weed either, dude. It might be a bad thing. You started smoking some weed.
No.
Yeah,
No,
if you
it's-
did. Well, that's a good thing to know. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it, like when we go hunting. And
Dude,
we
I
have
can
to
only
swing into a
imagine.
gas station.
I can only imagine what the sugar intake on that is.
I couldn't eat, dude. I don't even know if you want to know. It's got 3 zingers in a pack.
Yeah, they're all about 3 inches long. They're
What are
rough.
they
Yeah,
called?
look it up.
Zingers?
Zinger, Zingers. I think zingers. I think there's 2 G's. I don't know. I went to South Severe. I can't spell.
So Hostess makes them.
Yep.
Oh
Hostess
my
zingers.
gosh, they're called iced devil's food. Now
Iced
that
devil.
would explain a lot.
Yeah. What do you got on there?
Oh, I'm
what's it
looking
showing?
up right now. It's probably gonna be.
It's gonna be like-
this, dude.
In the whole pack, you're probably looking at.
I wonder if they let me see.
You got to be able to look up the nutrition. Zinger's nutritional facts per
That's what
zinger.
I'm gonna do.
60
Like,
grams of fat of sugar, probably each one. Yeah, it's gonna be it's a huge sugar intake. It's bad. And
yeah.
when you're-
It's saying Hostess. The raspberry is
No.
like.
no, I'm not a
which
homo.
one?
I eat the vanilla.
Oh. Oh, no, the vanilla, so not the chocolate. The
No.
vanilla. Okay, I like
No.
it. Here we go. 3 singles. Oh,
Yep.
3 count single serve.
Yeah.
It's called.
Oh. So that's 3
Yeah.
servings in one pack?
No, I don't think that's the truth.
Okay. All right.
Dude, it won't even let me look it up. They don't even want you to know, dude. They make
Well,
it hard.
Maybe somebody can send it in. Yeah, they don't want you to know.
It's saying
probably
it says
illegal.
It's saying 39 grams. Hostess cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you if that's for 3. At least for where I'm looking right now. You know. Oh,
I
here we
get it.
go. Oh, here we go. The chocolate. You got chocolate right here.
Yeah, chocolate.
It's got to be pretty close to the same.
I don't know.
45 grams of carbs. 2
Okay.
cakes. 2 cakes is a serving.
Oh, okay. So it's a serving
So
and a
it's-
half.
So it's 33 grams of sugar for 2. And then you add
3.
another
Let's cut that in half. You're at what? 16 and a half.
16 and a half.
Yeah.
40
49,
something, 40,
50.
almost
Just
50
round it up
grams.
to 50. 50 grams of
50
sugar.
grams of sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's crazy.
That's a banger right there, dude.
That's just in the zingers.
Yeah, that doesn't count that Mountain Dew you had. That's got another probably 40 something.
In a 20 ounce. Yeah. No, it's going to be huge. Plus, you got the chocolate pie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. You got to wash that down. You got to wash that zinger down with Mountain Dew and a chocolate pie.
Well, of course. You can't just
That's pretty
eat it
amazing.
by
That's
itself.
pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. All right. Well, if you're getting rid of something, what about a bug?
What do you mean a bug?
What bug would you get rid of? Like an insect, a bug.
I get rid of flies.
Flies. Okay.
Screw those flies, dude. Those flies are nasty.
All right. That's it. You don't get rid of it. That's it. I'd say for me, a mosquito.
Yeah, I was debating on the mosquito or fly, but flies are annoying. Like
They are
you can
annoying.
catch a mosquito, and it's dead. You hit it,
Yeah,
it's
but
dead.
you just smashed
catch a fly.
AIDS into you.
Oh, you did not.
West Nile.
Chocolate pudding pie has 40 grams of sugar.
Oh my gosh. What's a Mountain Dew?
I didn't.
Mountain Dew, I think it's like 40 something. It's got to be.
I would
A
imagine
20
it's up
ouncer?
there.
I'll bet 20 ouncer 53. I bet it's
I
like
think it's 53.
53 for 20 ouncer.
65 is what I'm gonna say.
60. You should know.
I don't look at it.
You don't want to know. All right, while you're looking that up, okay, the world debate here: toilet seat up or down?
What down?
Like, do you feel like do you feel like it's your obligation when you get done? Did you got to put the toilet seat down? Just the ring. I'm not saying close the toilet.
Yes.
It's your obligation to do it.
Yeah.
So then, should the female then be obligated to pick it up?
73 grams of sugar.
Oh, that's dirty right there, bro. So you're like 150 grams of sugar in one sesh. That's you wonder why you feel like crap. Just want to just fall asleep on it. That's a sugar rush right there. That's crashing off some sugar.
No, I don't feel like a woman should have to lift the toilet seat up. No.
Why then do you have to put it down?
I don't know. It's just because that's the way we were brought up as men.
Where we weren't men when we were taught all that.
But men taught us to do that.
A man taught you to put the toilet seat up or down, or did mom?
It's true.
Yeah, I think a female did.
No, probably.
I was just wondering, like, it was just I just curiously thought about it, so I put it in the notes, like, so because and it is generally in the senses of the world is like, yes, a male should put the toilet seat down.
To be a gentleman, yeah, they make it sound like you're being a gentleman. You're being courteous to women for it. Yes.
Yeah. So I guess then now the equal rights and all that stuff, so they should start picking it up, or no?
So when they're done, they lift it up. When we're done, we put it down?
I guess.
Yeah, well, what happens when a guy walks in there to the next time and in a men's bathroom?
It's that way all the time.
Should always be up.
Should be. Well, you got to poop. Guys have urinals.
I get it.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just wondering. I mean, I understand at nighttime, leave the toilet seat down so they don't fall in the night. It's dark. Unless you got that one that senses you when you walk into it and the lights kick on. That's my next purchase is a bidet.
Oh, my.
What?
I don't know.
Don't you even start, dude. This one I've been looking at. It heats the water. You can set the temperature, right? Yeah. It has a sensor out the front. You come in, it lights up. The LEDs light up in there.
In the toilet bowl?
Yeah, so it lights up your thing. Not that you need it. It just needs you to direct you to where you're about to set it down.
Right.
Or pee even. You walk in there, it illuminates. You can see where you pee. So you're going to have less mess. You're not going to miss. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you sit down at night when you pee because it's dark. Who knows? There's different options. But if you walk in and the lights come on, right there, like a nice ambient lit, red light or something.
Yeah, it's a nightlight. Is what it's called. They
call
those nightlights.
Cool.
It's a nightlight.
There.
Like
but you don't have to have it on all the time.
I get it.
Yeah. Well, you got a nightlight next to your toilet right now?
There is a nightlight in our bathroom, yes.
So you can see your toilet where you're peeing in the dark?
Yes.
All right. Imagine now it turns off. You go get to bed, it peep goes off.
That would be great.
You got a door on your toilet?
No.
You can see your nightlight when you're trying to sleep?
Yes. We have a door, but it's not closed. But yeah.
So just imagine you don't have to worry about it. Boom.
And
then it's a bidet. Nice lukewarm water. Washing off your booty. Dude, I feel like that's probably something you should really look at.
I should really look into it, yes.
Yeah, because, what we talk about, like with the wiping a magic marker all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. So,
just definitely should.
Throw it out there. Maybe just see. I mean, you got a lot of home projects going on. Father's Day's coming up. Maybe you switched up a little bit and get you a bidet.
I don't know if I want to use my credit for a bidet.
What?
I want to use my credit for like a for a podcast mic and headphones, mixer maybe.
Dude, that comes on your birthday.
Oh, dude, we gotta wait till September.
No, you get them early, and then you say, "Okay, this is for you." Get it, and then you say, "Because what's this project? It's not Mother's Day. You're
Yeah,
weeks
we're
out.
gonna be busy on Mother's Day, so we're
Well,
doing it
you'll
now.
probably be busy on your birthday, so let's get
Let's
a
do it
mic
now.
and stuff going.
Let's just do it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. That's what I was wondering. That. Okay. It's time. So we got our new bit. Oh yeah. You ready?
I guess
Let's
I'm
do
ready.
this. He's ready. We
So
got our new bit.
the problem
that
we're
we talk
having with
about.
this, let me tell you.
Uh-oh.
Like you and I talk all week, and we come up with like podcast stuff we're going to talk about. Now that we're doing this Vinny's little bits, it's like it's all I can think about all week. So I don't have anything to bring to the podcast except for this, trying to do comedy here.
That's where we're starting. We got to get you rolling here.
Well,
Once you get more efficient at it, we'll just do that. Just still put in your stuff. Well, all right, we got it to this one. Let's go.
Let's
Let's get this one. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready.
So we brought this up the last time. This will be Vinny's chance. We're starting to bring what's called Vinny's little bit, and so we're going to start implementing it into each podcast, and we're just going to see what he comes up with and try. The only way he's going to get better at this. So what we got here for our second night in a row, or not in a row, but our second podcast.
Yeah.
We got Vinny.
Yeah.
On his stand-up, Vinny's little bit. So here we go. Yeah. I give it to Vinny, so let her rip. 3 to 5 minutes, brother.
Jeez, 3 to 5 minutes. Hey, everybody. I am Aaron-Allen Patton Hessey. Yes. You want to know why do you have 5 names? All right. Well, technically, it's 4. I'm 44 years old, and I say the hyphen to this day. I tell everybody, Aaron-Allen Patton Hessey. They're like, what? I'm like, a hyphen. It's a little dash in between your 2 first names. I got 2 first names. It's like I don't have to explain what a hyphen is. People know what a hyphen is, but I say it out loud. So for 44 years, I say I've had 5 names. And people are like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I know. They're just like, why do you have so many names? And I don't know. I mean, I was born and my parents gave me these names, but I do have a possible reason in my life why I have 5 names. Now, I've gone over this. I've not talked to my dad about it. He's passed away, but he'll be okay with me telling you this reason that I feel like I have 4 names. Sorry, 4. But back in the 80s and 90s, you couldn't just go to a store and get your marijuana. You couldn't go to a store. You couldn't tell them what you wanted, and they rang you up like you're at a convenience store. So I had multiple uncles throughout my life that that were not blood related at all. And I was like, oh, and he's like, oh, this is Chuck. And I'm like, who the hell's Chuck? Like, I don't know Chuck. I'm 6 years old. Like, this is new. It's like, oh, these are his kids. And it's like, what are we doing? It took me many years to figure this out, that back in the 80s and 90s, you had to have friends that were dealers, I guess you'd say. And they would meet in a public place, and you brought your kids. And the only reason you brought your kids was so that the quote-unquote dealer and the quote-unquote buyer knew that each of you weren't cops. You brought kids, you're like, yeah, I brought my kids. You're like, you're all right then. So we had to hang out with these random kids from time to time, and you made friends, and they would do whatever they were doing, and you had to buy it from them and smoke it with them. There was none of this. Just put it in a bag, walk out of the store, and you're good to go. But by the time I was 6, I knew what a roach clip was. And you might be asking yourself what a roach clip is. It's just a little metal clip, clip it on the end of a joint so you don't burn your fingers. So at 6 years old, I knew what a roach clip was. And by the time I was 10, I think I had 7 new uncles in my life that were only in my life for a few months, and then they were gone. And then I'm pretty sure most of the kids that I hung out with are either in jail, street corners, who knows where they are now, growing up in California. And it was unbelievable how all that worked out to where I look at it now and I'm just like, this is insane. I had friends, and as a 10-year-old kid, you're like, yeah, dude, my dad smokes pot. It's freaking awesome. And they're like, dude, can you get us some? And it's like, no, there's no way I'm taking any of that. You knew at an early age, this stuff was not to be messed with. at all. I remember one time we were driving in the car. I think we broke down somewhere, got a ride or something, and they used to put it all in those little film canisters. So kids back in the day, film had to go into a canister. You had to take it into a store, and they developed your film. It was also good to put a little bit of hash in there, and then you carried it around in your pocket. You didn't have a camera or anything, so I mean, what cop's not going to be like, "Hey, where's your camera?" My dad left one fell out of his pocket in the car, and he was looking for it, asked if I'd seen it, and I'm like, "Yeah, it was in the back seat of the car." He's like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's a film canister. How am I supposed to know what it is?" So he has to call the guy that gave him a ride. Uncle Chuck comes back and they end up smoking the whole thing. And he's pissed off at me because now he has to share. It's like, what the hell is going on? So I have friends that want this stuff. I tell them there's like no way I can do it. I moved to Utah and now I'm in the Boy Scouts of America, which I think is still a thing. I'm not sure. Maybe all the leaders in rehab with all the Catholic priests. I don't know where all that is right now. But I had buddies in my little camping group that are like gathering up tree bark. And I'm just like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, we're gathering up some tree bark. And I'm like, for what? Like, oh, we're going to make barkies. And I'm used to actually smoking tobacco and marijuana in my life. And I'm like, I don't understand what a barky is. What does that do for you? And they're just like, oh, no, it's just cool. So they take and file it all up. They roll it in toilet paper, like a joint, but it's bark from a tree in toilet paper. And thank God it's not used toilet paper because I'm a 13-year-old kid going, what are you doing? They're trying to make this barky. And to this day, a lot of those kids have moved on from barkies to pot. And I'm just like, yeah, it's a gateway drug. You know, you're in the Boy Scouts of America making barkies. Just let me tell you, it's a gateway drug to marijuana. So I've grown up thinking my whole life that there's some big story behind my four names. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from smoking barkies to marijuana to give your kid four names. Thank you. Good night.
All right. Yeah, Barky's the gateway drug. Stay away from Barkies, guys. Stay away from them Barkies. Them
Barkies.
pissed on trees, pissed on bark,
dude.
smoking it through. Like you said, hopefully it is new
toilet paper.
That'd be a bad one. Nice job, dude. Good work. Yeah, I like it, man. Or there you go, everybody. Vinny's little bit. So we'll just
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good night.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just keep going on those each. Yeah. You deserve that. Get you some of that. Dude, I hope we get a sponsor for Cutwater. That'd be pretty rad. At least for you.
I'm going to be buzzing. We better wrap this up.
Holy cow. We're going to stay on for a few more minutes and let that hit bottom. Let that one hit the bottom, huh? Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. You just have to, yeah, I know. Just like you said, you just get thinking about doing that thing the whole time. But now you'll be all right. Just add some stuff to the notes. We'll roll with it beforehand.
That's all right. I already started on the next one. And
the next Vinny little bit.
Vinny's little bit, yeah. I've got a little bit of notes here and stuff like that. But we'll save that. We'll hopefully I can get that cleaned up and ready to go. Next week.
Dude. I think it's gonna be rad. And then we'll get you on that Joe Rogan shout out. We're looking for something here, and we're gonna get Vinny all primed up and get him on because he just opened up that new comedy club.
He
or something
he opened
in
a
Austin.
new comedy club in Austin. Yeah.
So get you on that one for a 3-minute bit. Dude, that'd be intense.
It's called the Comedy Mothership. Yeah,
Comedy
Mothership. And from what I understand, there's a lot of, there's a ton of comedy clubs, across the country and everything like that. But where Joe Rogan is a comedian and the way he built this mothership. Like the comedians that I've heard that have gone through it and they've done a set or two on there, it's set up from step one to finish that it flows so well because a lot of people just use a building, so you got to walk from long distance down a hallway or whatever it is to get on stage and stuff like that. But he set it up to where everybody just like it flows so well that they go through it and they're just like, wow, they didn't have to stress about all the stuff to get to stage. And that was a tiny little fart. What was that? That wasn't even anything.
Talking about it's probably just popped my back or something. Was all that was. So you're talking about the comedian, not the people, not the crowd.
Right. I don't know how the crowd sets, but from the comedians that I've heard that have gone on there, they're like the setup is set up for comedians backstage. Yeah.
Oh, that's
everything
cool.
Backstage. He says it makes it so less nerve-wracking than when they're trying to go into a new place. It's like, this or that. And I've thought about even talking to the only place we have here in Richfield would be our bar.
Yeah, go to that place. What's it called?
Bar 86.
Leather Pants or something like that?
No.
What's it called? It's
Bar
called,
86.
They should name it. They should name it like Flannel Pants or something.
Flannel Pants. But I mean, like our bar does like a Friday night.
I remember bringing when we came to get the motorhome for Burning Man.
Oh gosh.
When we
was it the detour then? It might not even have been Bar 86 then.
It was in the same place.
Black.
I think. I don't know, dude.
It was nasty.
So we picked this motorhome up. It's like a 73 Dodge motorhome, like a 28-foot Dodge motorhome.
If
it's
you ever
baby
watch
blue.
Christmas Vacation, just picture that blue motorhome in the driveway because that's what it was.
Dude, and so we brought it back to Nevada, but we turned it into an art car, gutted it clear out, made it this. You had fireman poles and all that stuff in it so we could take it to Burning Man. Anyways, so we came to Utah to get it from our folks. And the two guys I went with, we got there, unloading. They're like, dude, let's go get a drink or something, And they wanted to do some winding down, like that. And so I was like, okay. They're like, they never, Utah is a whole different thing when it comes to drinking. So I was like, they're like, what bars? I go, bar.
Bar.
Yeah, they're like, oh, there's one. I'm
Singular.
like, just one, dude. Like, and you don't get to go to like restaurants and get drinks because they're like, we could eat and get some drinks. I'm like, no, it's like one or the other. So we took him to it, dude. And I swear it was like a pajama party, dude. Like, maybe we got there late in the night, and so people were just showing up in their pajamas to pick people up.
Walmart people go from Walmart to the bar. That's all it is. Maybe they go from the bar to Walmart. I don't know. But it's
I thought for
other.
sure because like South Severe, their colors should be camo. Like
you mean Sevier County?
Sevier County, yeah. What'd I say?
South Severe.
No, Sevier County. Your guys' like colors. I never seen so much camo. And that, dude, and I know there's people that listen from here. I walked into Walmart and I probably saw at least a dozen people, and some of them were couples, and they were like matching camo. And this isn't during hunting season.
No.
And like, it was just, but that should be like your flag. The Utah flag should be a camo flag for sure.
Oh, 100%.
So if I was governor, I'd change it and do a camo flag, bro. So I thought for sure that's what we would have when we went in the bar, but no, it was flannel, pajama flannel, dude. That's what that bar should be called. So if you guys are listening, anybody knows, change the name from what'd you say it was?
Bar 86.
It should be Bar Flannel Jamba.
Flannel Jamma?
Yeah, because like jamming, like if you're jamming out, flannel jamma.
They have cleaned it up. It's
them
got
dudes
great.
Even said
they
it.
do great food.
Oh, I don't know if we had food. I don't think they had food when we went.
They
did
didn't
they?
have food then. No.
Okay. Because even the guys come and they're like, "Wait," like a couple girls can't walk by. I think there was a dude even in.
Dude, it might have been like Saturday night pajama party. You don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what I don't know, but that's what it seemed like it was. Them dudes just call them. They're like, "Wait, are those pajamas?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is going down. It's happening tonight,
you can
boys."
go on Friday night and play bingo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Was
there a bunch of old people that roll in there?
Oh yeah.
On bingo night?
On bingo night. Oh yeah.
Oh man, just martinis 2 for 1.
Yeah, I don't know if they do anything
It's
like
gotta
that.
be
But they do
martinis,
bingo
dude.
night. I think some Saturdays they do paint night. So they have a lady teaching you how to do this paint. Everybody sits down with their little canvas and they all
Yeah.
paint the same picture. Now they all look a little different, but
Yeah.
I've thought about asking them about doing like an open mic night, but it would have to be
Asking
during the weekend.
who's that? The owner?
The owner of the bar, yeah.
What's her name? It's a he or she?
There's a few different ones, out there, but
Oh.
we're friends with Whitney. She's part owner in it. But
That's who you're going to talk to about doing
yeah.
open mic?
Doing an open mic night. I think it would be
Yeah.
a good thing. The other
yeah.
people that aren't there for the comedy, though, I'm afraid that they would be like, well, there's no music because we'd have to turn the music off to do the comedy and kind of do it that way.
You would still only do like a 5-minute bit.
Right.
Or even tell them, hey, I want to do a 10-minute. Or
3
whatever
minutes.
you think.
We would do 3 minutes. Not just
3
me.
to
No,
5.
I want to run it so that we sign people up. So you can get people to sign up to go into the bar to do everybody has 3 minutes to do an open mic night.
And then just tell them you're going to do a half hour. So that way if you get 10 people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Without asking them, I don't know. I've thought about it.
No,
That's
you
as
could
far as
talk
it's
to them
come.
about it and get it. Like talk to them and say, hey, if we do a open mic night, I'm only going to take 30 minutes. I'll do 9 people at max. That way you got a little time to, some in-between time.
Yeah.
So that it just takes 30 minutes of it. So that people know, hey, open mic night is from, I don't know what time the bar, whatever, say 9:30 to 10 or 10:30 to 11, whatever time it may be.
And they'd probably only let me do it on a slow night, which would probably be like a Tuesday, and I don't get off work in time. It's like
night.
free. Now, it's a good bar, dude. It's a good bar. Next time you're here, we'll go get dinner.
Yeah, I'll get me some flannel jammer pants, and we'll cruise down there.
Oh, my. Camo. You can't do flannel. I haven't seen flannel in there any time I've gone. It's moved on to camo.
Camo.
Bring your Sitka.
Pants.
Don't forget your Sitka.
Why do you say it like that?
Because you carry Sitka with you no matter where you go.
Well, in case of an emergency.
We talked about it when you went to Wyoming. You're like, got my Sitka.
Look at how that worked out. It's never steered me wrong.
Yeah, Sitka.
Listen,
I mean,
I'll take that for a sponsor.
Yeah, Sitka would be a great sponsor for him.
You do just fine with what?
Walmart. Walmart's got some good camo.
That is not true. That's total lies.
Okay, it looks good.
What we don't do on this show, we don't lie.
We don't lie.
Only the truth on here, okay?
All right. Well, I've moved up from Walmart to Kiliak. All right, I got Kiliak. So
yeah, and which one's better?
I like my Kiliak a lot.
Okay,
yes.
And it's because of why.
But hey, if Walmart's if they've got a hoodie on clearance, I'm buying that thing for $8.
Yeah, I understand that. I get it to wear because that's what you're gonna wear around Sevier County.
Right.
Is a camo.
I gotta fit in with my people.
Yeah, my people. You ain't gonna take it hunting though when you got your other stuff, the good stuff, sitting there. Like
Camo's
you tell
hard.
me.
Camo's hard. You remember when I first started?
Yeah,
I had
so this
17
let's
layers
go into this.
just to stay
warm. This is it. Okay, so we go. I've taken you and Sweeney, and these guys look like the kid from the Christmas Story. And for all those of you who haven't seen it, look it up. You don't got to watch the whole movie, but look it up. This kid's got 27 layers on. Can't even get his arms to touch his hips.
Hey, Costco sells some good base layers.
No. So anyway, so we go out to go hunting, and these dudes look like marshmallows, running around like camo marshmallows, dude. And so that's the difference in it. Like mine, of course, there's like a base layer concept to it, and then you have good camo, and it's a lot thinner, a lot less, and you can move around. These dudes, like if they fell over, they're stuck. Like somebody's gonna have to help them up. You watch them go over, and they're like trying to sit down. They're setting their guns down, and then they get ready to sit down, and then like the last 12 inches to the ground, you guys just fall. plop, because you can't even bend. Like they can't. There's no bend in the knees, nothing. It's just
We got
like,
so many
'cause they
layers
got-
on our
yeah.
arm falls asleep
Vinny,
because our
dude,
bent,
Vinny
it's
Vinny
cutting off
brings this
circulation in the
bag.
elbow.
Vinny brings this bag that's like 6 foot long. It's like 4 foot round. It has every piece of camo that he owns in there. I mean, there's like Woolies, this base layer, insulated underwear things. He's got 6 pairs of socks. He's got 3 shirts, 2 sweatshirts, a jacket, a ghillie suit, boots. So all this stuff, because I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. You know,
forgot.
Hold on. So I'm like, okay, we get it. And he's got a mask. He's got a
forgot
beanie. No,
the
not yet.
heat
Not
warmers.
yet. You're not there yet. This is not there yet. So he has all these layers. It's just full bag. It's a duffel bag that looks like there's a human body in it. So he drags this thing up into the room, you know, and I'm just like, oh, man. Flops the thing down in the hotel room that we're staying in. And I'm like, well, I get it. You know, we're there like it's a Friday night and we're hunting. Well, it's like a Friday, Saturday that we hunt. It's like a 2-day hunt. So I'm
Sunday
like, okay,
morning.
Sunday morning. He's got gear.
2-day hunt.
Like,
yeah.
so he's going to wear some gear this day and some gear this day. No.
No.
He brings it all
and wears
and puts it all on each day.
I hate cold.
So he comes home. He can't to the hotel room. Can't hardly fit through the door. Bounces into there and just starts peeling off layers, dude. And it's just like an onion, layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So that's the difference between Walmart, camo,
Costco.
and then our Costco. So then there's mine. I put my base layer on. I put a t-shirt, and then I put my Sitka on, and I'm done. Like pants and a jacket. And
some
2
people's
layers.
metabolism runs a little hotter. All right.
So now this is then where we find out the heat thing. So Lee, a buddy of mine, and Vinny,
Sup,
we
Lee?
go hunting. Sup, Lee? Shout out.
Yeah,
He's a
dude.
shiverer too. He's a
Dude.
shivering mother, dude.
I love Lee.
I thought he
Him
was
and
gonna
I,
die.
we bonded over
Yeah,
this.
they do. Yeah, they bonded something like that. But Lee, dude, sorry, Lee. He don't hardly listen anymore, anyways, because he's like, I've already heard most of the stories. Well, this one's about you, bud. Tori will tell you about it. He shivers. Like I look over and I thought, man, I'm gonna have to get this poor little guy over to a fire. Like I might lose him. He's just shaking like a dog
dude.
shit in a peach pit, dude.
We
I'm
connected
like,
on the
oh
last
my
time.
gosh. So he's shivering. He just shivers. But that's what his body naturally does. I don't know. It's whatever. So, yeah. So Vinny and Lee, we go on this hunt. Now, I will admit this one was cold. It was a lot colder than it said it was going to be. So the temperature dropped. But we took the toy hauler, but it was winterized.
It was 4 degrees.
3 in the one morning.
Oh.
But that was without wind. That was without the wind factor. There was a breeze, too. So it was so cold that in the trailer, and man, we have a trailer, a toy hauler, heater. It's got a heater, all that stuff. And these dudes, I ain't never seen so many hand warmers. They came. Lee and Vinny had hand warmers like
We got hand
Costco.
warmers for
Dude, it
days.
was boxes. They had them
for
by the
days.
cases. Yeah, they had them by the cases. I never seen. They had the weird. I don't even know that they
He had
exist. They had
body
ones that stick
warmers.
to your
I
feet.
had toes
They got ones that go in your shoes. They got ones. These guys are like, hey, grab me this. Here, hand me yours. Oh, let's do this. Dutch rudder. Dutch rudder. Give me that one. Oh, give me these. Dutch rudder. Dutch rudder. Dude, it was insane. I thought they were going to start the garbage on fire. First of all, there were so many hand warmers and stuff thrown in there. Then they start peeling out these ones look like these big old maxi pads that's got this double stick on it. But they're like, don't let it touch our skin. I'm like, what's going to happen? Like they'll burst into flames because they got so many on. So they got hand warmers in their pockets. They got hand warmers in the boots. They got hand warmers in the socks. Now they're stuck to their body.
We're sleeping with these on.
No, this is hunting, and then we go hunting, and then the first night we're in the Razor, and it was cold. So then the next day, they're like, oh, let's just take the truck. And then it was like, there was no stopping them. Like,
No.
Vinny, as soon as Vinny goes, dude, we should probably just take my truck. Lee was like, I'm down. Let's do that. And it was like, he was like getting in his wallet to get gas money already.
Oh,
we hadn't
dude.
even,
I
it
was
the
so
night
proud
before.
of Lee. we vetoed you on that razor that next day, and it worked out because we got a coyote too.
Yeah.
By the way,
Well, those guys missed some coyotes. I shot
Whatever.
a coyote. Yeah. I cleaned up the mess, but they
It
can't
doesn't
shoot them
matter.
because you got 27 hand warmers pasted
It's
to your
fine.
body.
I got no feeling in my arms because I got
Yeah.
too many layers
Too
on.
many layers. The
My
hand
elbows
warmers, your
cutting off
skin's burning up.
circulation.
That's probably the skin was on fire. So, dude, I don't know. So then we get to the trailer and we're getting ready for bed, and these dudes are like, now they're busting out some other box of 36 pack of warmers, and they're Dutch ruddering those around to each other. And so soon, all of a sudden, I'm like, we're going to bed. They're like, dude, the floor is freezing cold. It's freezing. And I'm like, this thing's got a heater in it.
Yeah, the heater works, and then as soon as
No,
it
it's
shuts off,
plenty warm.
the beads of sweat freeze until the heater
Oh,
kicks back
no.
on.
Dude, the beads of sweat because you had 37 hand warmers
Oh,
stuffed
dude.
throughout your body.
Dude.
Yeah, I thought the garbage can was going to combust, but it was cold. It was so cold, we turned the generator off in the middle of the night, and then we got up like a couple hours later to get ready to go hunting and went to fire up the generator. It wouldn't
It
start
wouldn't
because
start.
the batteries were frozen. So I had a cold start old Big Gray. He was not happy about
Dude.
that. 30 seconds of crank over, but
Dude.
yeah. So these dudes,
Hand warmers are the
hand
shit.
warmers, and they sit out there, and different people. Like I guess the cold doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah, I don't
But-
get. I'm fat as fuck, and I should be able to wear. I should have to use so many hand warmers.
Dude,
I got
you would
enough
think those-
insulation on my
I
body.
know you would think the zingers and the chocolate pies and the Mountain Dew would
That'd
do
keep you
something
warm,
for you.
right?
Shit. Holy hell. Dude, maybe it just stops the circulation. Your heart's all
That's
go, go.
probably a big problem.
go,
with circulation, 100%.
It can't pump because it's full of sugar and just lard.
I do
and-
pretty good
yeah.
on the days I work out, but on the days you don't work out, it's a rough day.
Ugh, your poor heart just pumping sugar, dude. It's like molasses in there by that time. Well, them two. I do love hunting with you guys, though. I wouldn't change it for the world, but like I said, I've never seen so many hand
I'm
warmers.
ready to go right now.
Yeah, and then when we were skinning that one coyote, dude, it was cold.
Dude, I was
Dude,
trying
this
to build
coyote
a
in the
fire.
back. Yeah, dude, it was the worst. So this guy, we're sitting there, and I'm trying to skin this coyote, and he's like, I'm gonna get a fire started. Which, by the way, we know now we're gonna bring a pile of wood
Correct.
just for that reason. Like because when we were going, we weren't gonna hunt, or we weren't gonna we knew we weren't gonna hang out in the snow and in the cold, like we'd be
4
hanging out
degrees.
in the trailer. Yeah.
Jeez.
But we didn't think about like coming back and like doing stuff outside and having some heat, like skinning coyotes or, cleaning stuff or whatever we needed to do that was not in the trailer. So yeah, the next time we go, we learn that. But Vinny's sitting there, he's pyroing it out, and he goes
had a
up to like
torch.
some, he goes up to some spring and brings back just some nasty old
Wet
grease wood,
ass
just
wood,
wet.
dude.
He's pulled
It was
weeds, sagebrush, and
trash.
it's- He's got paper plates and I mean everything's sitting in this pile as I'm trying to skin this coyote, and he's just smoking me out the
Smoking
whole
you
time.
out, dude.
I'm like, this ain't working.
Smoke.
No, I almost got it, and he's just sitting there with this torch. He should have just held the torch by me, and I would have been better off.
I could have
And
lit
so,
that
but
Sika
this-
on fire.
Dude, when we pulled that coyote out of the truck, it had only been in there a couple hours. We pulled it out. I had to stuff the face. We fired up Blue, the razor,
You had to
and I
stuff
stuffed
him in
its
the
face in
sauce.
exhaust to get it to melt because of the moisture in their mouth, so I could cut around the gums and the face and all that. That's how it was cold. There's no doubt. So skinning the coyote was a little bit cold without a fire and just coughing and breathing smoke.
I wish we could go
that-
coyote hunting in shorts. That'd be so nice.
Dude, there's too many bugs, dude. We got to get rid of them bugs that we were talking about.
Too hot. They don't come out.
It is hot, dude. It's all night. That's where I'm going to run thermal.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was good.
Well, that was
all
fun.
right. We got to get off. We got to get Vinny. He's got to get back to work, dude.
I
You
gotta
got-
go put
you got
shutters on the
projects.
house.
You got shit to do. You're on a project, bro. All right, man. Well, thanks for taking a break with us. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. Keep it out there, sharing and stuff. Like I say, we're working on the shirts. I know I got some people that I told that I'm getting shirts, so we're going to work on that.
I should probably
and get
have
that.
shirts this week.
Yeah, so he'll send those around. So once I get them, then I can start letting everybody know. But hey, keep sharing and liking. Just keep telling everybody so we can just keep doing this. And then if everything kind of works out and we can start getting some sponsors and stuff going, we'll be able to roll out and get some different equipment too and get some guests on here.
Yeah.
So I got a couple lined out. I just got to get a mixer so I can have another person in the studio here.
Yeah, and don't forget, check out our YouTube page and then go to flappingyourgums@yahoo.com. If you go to the YouTube page, you'll see the hat Sean's wearing. Some of the episodes, you'll see the shirts that we made. And then just hit us up.
Boom. That's it. I like it.
All right.
All right. We'll
Peace.
catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Love you.
Love you too, bro.
Thank you.